Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with my beautiful wife, Karina, from beautiful Venezuela. We came through the K1 visa process just like you guys, waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the K1 visa. It took 22 months, and Karina went to her K1 visa interview in Bogota, Colombia, beautiful Bogota, Colombia, way up high in the Andes Mountains, 10,300 feet above sea level. And she got her K1 visa approved on November 16th, 2023. And we flew to the United States together from Bogota, Colombia to Miami on January 3rd, 2024. We got married January 14th, 2024 on the beach here in Florida. We live in Florida. It's nice and warm today. And after we got married, we got all the paperwork together for Karina's green card. It took about a month or so, 5 weeks to get all that together, because you just don't want to file for the green card without any paperwork other than a marriage certificate and photos. You don't do that. So we got Karina's paperwork together for her green card, and we filed for her green card, and now we're waiting for her green card to get adjudicated at USCIS in Chicago or wherever it is they sent it. Karina got her social security number. She's got her health insurance. She's learning how to drive, and she's doing great here in Florida in the Panhandle. And now here we are putting together this channel for you guys so we can help you get your K1 visa, get your green card without any stress or without paying an immigration attorney thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm not an immigration attorney. I don't give you any legal advice. I don't work for the State Department or USCIS, but I got 9 years experience doing this. And Jen sure can know time. Hi, Diego. Hope you're doing good. We're great. We're doing great, Jen. Sure, how are you? How's your family doing? Tina, hello, Diego and Karina. Good evening. Tina, hello, Tina. How are you? How is everything in your part of the world where you live? We hope your family's doing well. And like I just mentioned, K1 visas are getting approved. K1 visas are getting approved, guys. Green cards are getting approved. Work permits are getting approved. Jensher, sending inquiries on my DS5535 twice a month, just like you said. Good. That keeps your NOA2 letter active and keeps extending your visa application without timing out. Good job. Very good. Keep doing that. Okay, Messenger. And don't forget, Jensher, to print those emails. Okay, as evidence of your communication. K Messenger, hola Karina y Diego. Andamos aquí in that word I can't say. Para la última semana voy a take. So it's your last week in that town I can't pronounce, K Messenger. Then you're going to be in Texas, the great state of Texas, the second largest state in the union. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a beneficiary and you don't know much about America, the United States has got 50 states, and Alaska is the biggest one, and Texas is the second biggest one. And Jansher is doing good, very good. And K Messenger, I hope you're doing well. Always. We're always doing well. Every day's great. Priyanka, hello, Diego and Karina. Good evening. Priyanka, now Priyanka's in Alabama. She got married in Kansas City, right? And you're just waiting on your green card like we are. Waiting and waiting and waiting. Now, you live in Alabama, so you had to mail your green card application to Phoenix, Arizona. We live just southwest of you. We live in Florida, so we had to send Karina sent her green card application to Chicago, Illinois. So that's how it works. Tina, we are doing good. USCIS replied to us a few days ago that they received our RFE and they're reviewing it. Well, great. Well, that means you're going to get your NOA2 letter and it's going to move forward and your process continues. Good news, Tina. G34HMO. Hi, Diego. Hola, Karina. We have submitted our I-485. That's the green card application. My wife had her biometrics appointment already. Good news. What is the average wait time to receive her green card? Are they also waiving the interviews? Well, number one, it's taking between 4 to 6 months to get a green card. I would say for say 5 months, depending on how strong your green card application was. Did you put together a really strong package? Did you put together a green card application that's going to knock immigration out of the ballpark? And then they're going to say, well, this couple doesn't need a visa interview. Are they waiving the interviews? It depends on how good your green card application is. How strong was it? You know, did you include your beneficiary when you got married? Is she on the water bill, the phone bill? Is she on your? Yeah, she came in on a K-1 visa. Did you put her on your phone bill, on the water bill, gas bill, trash bill? Did you put her on your health insurance? Is she on the title to your car? Did you put her on the the deed to your house or your apartment or townhouse or whatever? Did you include all that in the green card application? Priyanka, my green card. Yeah, you're waiting for your green card, right? That's what you did. You applied for your green card. And your question is, Priyanka has a question. One question, Diego. My work permit extension was denied in Sweden in 2022. Okay, immigration don't care. I was out of Sweden in time before the deadline and back to Sweden from India in 2023 in a span of 3 months. Does it affect my green card? It's got nothing to do with anything. Immigration couldn't care less if your work permit if you didn't meet the deadline and your permit for working in Sweden was denied because you're in Alabama. Who cares about Sweden, right? Well, we care about Sweden. We care about the people. We care about the country, but we don't care. Immigration does not care that your work permit was denied in Sweden because you now live in America, the United States. Okay? So just relax, Priyanka. Relax. You are good. It doesn't affect anything. Jan, sure. It's in my email history, so I'll print it together if I need it. No, you're going to print it. You need to print it and make a file. This is my email communication, and you can make a file and print it now. Print those emails as you do them. Print them as you do them. Print them as you do them. Then you don't have to worry about printing them in the future. What if your computer crashes? What if your internet server goes down? What if you lose all those emails? You print them every time you send it, and you put them in a file. Okay? Let's see. G3 for HMO. Also, is my wife going to be required to do another medical exam? Only if you don't have a copy of the 693 in a sealed envelope. Do you have a copy of the medical exam in a sealed envelope that hasn't expired in your wife's home country, in the embassy? When Karina got to the United States and we got married, okay, we just went to a civil surgeon and redid her medical exam in Pensacola. Didn't cost that much money. The civil surgeon signed off on her 693, signed off on her vaccinations, signed off the 693, put it in a sealed envelope, and gave it to Karina, and we put it in a green card application. Just repeat the medical exam, guys. When you get to America, just repeat the medical exam by a civil surgeon authorized by the State Department and include it in your green card application so you don't get an RFE. Some immigration officers want to see the medical exam. Repeat it, or they want to see a current one. And if you don't have one, you got to include it. Sophie. Hello, Diego and Karina, new subscriber. Wow, a new subscriber gets a Mountain Dew salute. New subscriber here. Hope you're both doing well. Sophie, salute. Welcome to your YouTube channel, Sophie. This YouTube channel is for you, so you can get through this K-1 visa green card application for free. Jay Huge, waiting to schedule a date for an appointment here in Accra, Ghana. Started looking to schedule from 10 January 2024 and still on the wait. Yeah, Jay Huge. Now, let me tell you, in 2023, the U.S. Embassy in Accra, Ghana approved 244 K-1 visas. Accra, Ghana in 2023, which is fiscal year 2023, which is from September 30th, 2022 to October 1st, something like that, 2023, they approved 244 K-1 visas in Accra, Ghana. All right? So if you're qualified for the benefit, you're going to get a K-1 visa interview eventually, okay? So good luck to that. No, it doesn't need any luck. It just means make sure you're qualified. You get it. Priyanka, thank you, Diego and Karina. Much relief. Yeah, Priyanka, you're good. Immigration don't care about work permits and this and that in foreign countries. They don't care. They just care that you are in America and that you're in a real relationship with your husband, which you are, and that your husband can take care of you and process this green card application. Chris and Emil, hi, I did the financial support and sent her a copy in the email. Now, you did the financial support. What do you mean the financial support? You got to have an original I-134, not an email copy for the visa interview at the embassy. Got to have an original signed I-134. No copies, no scans, nothing like that. Okay? You can't do that. You got to have original. You can scan the tax returns, the letter from the boss where you work, the bank statements, the pay stubs. You can scan all that, but they want to have an original I-134. And Chris and Emma, welcome back online. Well, thanks. We're back for you guys. We're here for you. We do this for you guys. So you don't have to spend a fortune on immigration attorneys because they charge a lot of money for a process that really isn't that difficult. But it's emotional, right? It's an emotional thing. And a K-1 visa, a green card is emotional. So it's your heart. Your heart's being played with by immigration, by the embassy, and so you want to get this process done with, and so immigration attorneys, most of them do a good job. I'm not saying you shouldn't use one, but you really don't need one. Let me see here. Jan Sure. For what will I need the emails for in the future? Now, you didn't listen to what I said. Print the emails now as proof in case. What if immigration says you haven't been maintaining contact with the embassy or with immigration, so your visa's going to time out? What if you get an email saying your visa's timed out because you didn't maintain contact with the embassy? You got a stack of emails that says you have been maintaining contact with the embassy, and then that's your evidence that will reopen back your case so they don't close it. It keeps your case active. It keeps them from closing out on you. Okay? Priyanka, does USCIS also check our social media like Instagram? Yes, they do. They do. Sometimes. Mainly when you enter the airport. When you come into America and you land and the Border Patrol officer says, I want to see your phone. That's primarily when they check it. But they can check your Facebook, your Instagram, your social media. They can check it. Sure, absolutely. Let's see here. Let's not make sure I don't miss anybody. Rosenmeyer Morningstar. When do you expect to get approved for Karina's green card? June or July, I figure. June, in the summer, sometime in the summer. Priyanka, listen to Diego. Please redo the medical. Priyanka, that's good advice. My friend got an RFE regarding the medical exam for adjustment of status. Why did she get an RFE on a medical exam? Because she didn't include it in her green card application. She said, well, I had my medical exam in, let's say Mumbai, India. I had it done. I got into America. The medical exam was good for 6 months. So now I'm applying for my green card. I don't need to repeat the medical exam because the other one was good. Boom, RFE. The immigration officer in Chicago or Arizona, okay, they want to see a medical exam that you are cleared to enter the country. They want to see a medical exam. Repeat it. Go get it done and include it in your green card application. It's easy to find a civil surgeon authorized by the State Department to do a medical exam for a green card. It's a basic physical. It may cost you $175. I know in San Diego, California, it costs like $400. It's kind of crazy prices in California, but California is an insanely outpriced, overpriced state anyway, because California is ran by a bunch of Marxists. So it's kind of hard to get anything done in California without paying an arm and a leg for it. Okay, but if you must include in your green card application the medical exam, Form 693. Okay, you must include it. That's the only way you're going to get through this process without an RFE. Let me see here. Chris and Emil, I know my NOA 2 won't be expired. I just need a heads up about it. I did watch the video. That's why I made the video. Something had came up. I need to put a hold on my application until I get this situation personally resolved. It's for taxes. You don't put immigration on hold. You don't do that. They put you on hold. You don't. Immigration, okay, is going to process your K-1 visa with or without your tax return being resolved. Okay, and I've already explained to you that if it comes through, you write a letter of explanation to immigration. This is the reason I'm waiting on my new tax return. Just write a letter of explanation and you covered yourself. Chris and Emma, employees. Bud Garcia, is it good to get 2 medical exams if we can get 2? Well, if it's cheaper in the home country, if your beneficiary is in Thailand, if you can get 2 medical exams done in Thailand by a civil surgeon, you got a medical exam for the embassy, you got a medical exam for the green card. And then to make sure it doesn't expire, okay, make sure it doesn't expire. You can do that. No problem. Let me see. But you must include USCIS Form I-693 and the vaccination records. The medical exam must be included in your green card application. It must be. If you don't, it's going to be problems, possibly. Yo te lo cuento. Hi guys, how are you doing? Muy bien, we're good. Did you see the eclipse? Karina spent half the afternoon using her cell phone, my cell phone, her phone. She's making videos of the eclipse. It was good. She got some good videos. She made some good videos. So I'm going to put some of them into a YouTube green card video maybe tomorrow. So yeah, we had a great time with the eclipse. Karina was like, oh, check it out. I said, I'm not looking at that. Diego, we are sad. Why? Porque triste. We tried to update my social security with the new last name. We're not able to do it due to the K-1 visa expires March 27th. You can't do that. Don't be sad. When you get the green card, when you get the work permit, if you apply for that, you go back to the Social Security Administration and you change your beneficiary's last name to your last name. Karina's Social Security card has her maiden name on it. Okay? When she gets her green card in June, probably June, we will go back to the Social Security Administration and say, here's Karina's green card. We want to update Karina's Social Security status in the United States from I-94 to permanent legal resident. And she wants to take my last name. The Social Security officer, the Social Security Administration personnel, lady, gentlemen, will go in the computer and change Karina's maiden name to Karina Ross. And then I'm going to ask the Social Security officer, please send Karina a new Social Security card with my last name on it and her first name, which he will do. And it's done. But you got to wait for the green card or the work permit, the EAD document. You can't do it off of a NOA 2 letter. So, yo te lo cuento, por favor, no triste, sonrisa, siempre sonrisa, okay? And wait for the green card and then update it with the green card. And then you're good to go. It's just more waiting and waiting and waiting, right? Priyanka, for us, even though we stay in Alabama, we went to Georgia for medical. It cost $693, very expensive. Okay, well, it's an investment in your family. Okay, if you had come to Florida, if you had went to Pensacola, you could have got it done for $175. It's cheaper here. Florida is very friendly. Low taxes, gas prices are cheap, property taxes are low. There's no state income tax. It's pretty good. Other than hurricanes, we're good. Jay Huge, please let me know how long it takes here in Ghana to schedule an appointment for my visa interview. It's been 90 days. Well, it's been 90 days since what? Since your NOA 2 letter or your ready status? It's been 90 days. J. Huge, it's been 90 days. Since when? Since you got in transit, since you got ready status. I need to know that. Bud Garcia, yes, she is in beautiful Thailand. Now, Thailand is a beautiful country. I can attest to that. I've never been to Thailand. But when my mom died, my dad married a lady from Thailand, and he didn't come back. He stayed in Thailand. He lives in Chiang Mai. He's basically saying, I'm not going through this immigration. This immigration is horrible. So he now has to check in with immigration in Thailand. So he lives in Thailand for 25 years. Sophie, do you know how long the NVC has taken to send a welcome letter? 2 to 3 months. I know there's a lot of backlog, but our NOA2 expires June 13th. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Your NOA2 letter, even though it's got a 4-month window of time on the front, you look at the front of your NOA2 letter. It says, this is this good for 4 months. No, it's not. Immigration understand that it takes longer than 4 months to process a K-1 visa. Okay? They understand that. So as long as you maintain contact with the NVC through an inquiry, send an inquiry to the NVC like tomorrow or tonight and say, hey, I'm just doing a checkup. What's the status? What's my case number? What's my invoice number? I'm doing an inquiry. Okay? Listen to me, Sophie. Do an inquiry to the NVC. Print the email. Okay? And then your NOA2 letter gets automatically extended. It's automatic. Immigration says, okay, the NOA2 letter expires in 4 months, but we're going to extend it because Sophie sent us communication that she's still actively pursuing this K-1 visa. It gets extended. Relax, Sophie. Priyanka, does work permit denied in Sweden come under deportation? No, it just means you can't work in Sweden. You can go to Sweden on vacation. You can go hang out in Stockholm and eat some great Swedish meatballs, but it doesn't come under deportation. It comes under you can't work in Sweden. But you can stay there on vacation. That's all it means. You can go to vacation when you get your green card, when you become a U.S. citizen, you get your U.S. passport, go to Sweden on vacation. They're not going to deny you entry because you didn't get a work permit. You're good to go. Hang in there, Priyanka. Don't worry. Don't sweat this, okay? Jin, can I apply for a work permit before adjustment of status? We have married and my beneficiary has a social security number. Apply at the same time. Put your work permit application in with the green card application. But that's what I would do. Why, if you want to apply before that, you can do that, but it's going to cost you. You have to pay for you have to pay now anyway. You can do that. You can apply early if you want to, but it might confuse immigration. They might get confused. They might say, are you here on the green card or are you here on a work permit? What I would do is include the work permit application with the green card so immigration doesn't get confused and throw your green card application into a tizzy. My recommendation is include them together. Apply together for them, okay? You got it? Just do it together. So there's no confusion with immigration. Yo te lo cuento. Gracias. Thanks for the info. De nada. Bud Garcia, I'm lost. I'm trying to find out what a GSS is. I don't know what it is, Bud. It's irrelevant. All you got to focus on is scheduling the visa interview. Didn't you do that? Have you scheduled the visa interview for your beneficiary in Thailand at the U.S. Embassy in Bangkok? Did you do that? Have you scheduled the visa interview? I think you did, right? That's what you got to worry about, getting all the documents to her, or you're going to bring them to her. Just focus on getting her through the visa interview. Who cares what GSS is? It could be a global space satellite system. Who knows? Don't worry about it. Don't let your brain create things that's not necessary and get you worried and stressed out. Don't stress it. Just focus on the visa interview, okay? Let me see. Janiela James. Hi, Diego and Karina. Hope all is well with you both. We are good. We're great. And say hi to Sophie. She's a new subscriber. Now, I never ask you guys to subscribe to this channel. I never ask you to do that because it's your channel, Why would I do that? Either you like the stuff we put out or you don't like the stuff. If you don't like it, tell me. If you do like it, tell me. But we welcome Sophie as a new subscriber. I get sick and tired of watching YouTube channels, and the first thing they tell you is like and subscribe. Why? What if your channel sucks? Why would I want to subscribe to it? So why are you asking me to subscribe to your YouTube channel? I don't even know if I like it, right? It's like you're panhandling for, we'll work for food. We'll work for food. Give me $5. No, it's stupid. Okay, let's see here. Ren S. Me know when I will get an interview in Accra, Ghana. Both senators of Texas didn't help. Ren S. Contact Senator Durbin. Contact his office, Senator Durbin. Say that Senator Ted Cruz is a waste of time. He won't help you. The other senator's a waste of time. He won't help you. The two Republicans won't help you. So call Senator Durbin, who's a Democrat, and tell him what happened, and he'll be glad to jump on it for you. They love doing that. You put the Republican Party against the Democrat Party, throw them in the ring to have a mud wrestling contest. Senator Durbin will help you. He's a good senator, okay? Jay Huge, it's been 90 days trying to schedule a date for my visa appointment in Ghana. It's going to take 6 months. I'm still not getting a date. Please tell me what to do. Keep looking. Jay Huge, in 2023, the U.S. Embassy in Accra, Ghana issued 243 K1 visas. You'll get an interview. You just got to keep looking. Keep looking every day. Ren S, those whose cases hit Accra, Ghana will wait months till you get an interview. I'm going on month 3. That's correct. Ren S is correct. Ren S, my friend waited 5 months and still they denied him the K1. Why did they deny him the K1? What was the reason for that? Bud Garcia, I have an interview. It is June 25th because it is asking for the GSS for the interview. What if they're asking for the GSS for the interview? Well, that could be biometrics. It could be medical exam. GSS. I will investigate GSS. I've done it once before, I think. GSS for a K1 visa interview. GSS. Is that what they're saying? So they're asking you to bring a GSS to the visa interview, for the visa interview. That's what they're saying, right? GSS for visa interview, right? That's what you're telling me. For K1 visa, let me log it in here. Be patient with me, guys. I'm helping out our friend here. Let's see what it says here. There's nothing. What is the GSS registration confirmation? Aha. So, what is the GSS, bud? The GSS is the registration confirmation. They want confirmation that you registered your beneficiary for the K1 visa interview. That's what it is. I just told you what it is. GSS, confirmation page printout of the Global Support Strategy. GSS, Global Support Strategy registration. Each applicant must create his or her own profile and register his or her mailing address with the GSS system at ustraveldocs.com. Did you do that? That's what it is. Look, I don't know if you can read that, but that's what it is. I just answered your question. Ren S, all you can do is wait. That's right. Ren S, I'm fed up. Well, so you and thousands of other people waiting just like you are fed up too. Priyanka, on my online account, I-765 says estimated time of 1 week and I-485 is 4 months. How accurate is that? It's spot on. It's totally spot on. Totally accurate, Priyanka, absolutely accurate. And Bud Garcia, I will find out and I will let you know. Well, I just found out what GSS is. It's the GSS is, I'm just getting back. GSS is the Global Support Strategy registration in U.S. Travel Docs. That's what it is. You got to register your applicant's visa interview and all that. Print that email. That's what the GSS is. Ren S. So here's the thing. Ren S is telling me that a K-1 visa was denied because the applicant was wearing wedding rings on his finger and claimed his case expired, and the consular was rude. Now, I made a video that you never wear your engagement ring or your wedding ring. Well, it won't be a wedding ring. You never wear your engagement ring to the visa interview. I made a video about it. So this person went to the K-1 visa interview in Accra, Ghana with an engagement ring on his finger or her finger, and their visa was denied. In Africa, in India, in Singapore, in Asia, those countries, if the consular officer looks at your finger and sees an engagement ring and misconstrues it as a wedding ring, there's a good chance your K-1 visa will be denied. And this is what happened to Ren S's friend in Ghana. I made a video about it, guys. You know, I try to explain this to you. And some people listen, and some people don't listen to me. But that's all good. It's a free country in America. Let's see here. Jay Baxter. Hey, Diego, I just want to verify. The next step in waiting on NOA 2, currently once the USCIS approves it, they will send it to the NVC. Exactly right. Then NVC will make a file. Exactly right. And send it to the embassy. Exactly right. That's exactly what happens. The National Visa Center cannot approve visas for K-1s, and they cannot deny visas for K-1s. So let's suppose an USCIS approves your K-1 visa. Okay, you get an NOA 2 letter, and they send it to the NVC in New Hampshire. The NVC in New Hampshire will look through it. They'll do a police check on your sponsor. What if they find a little error, a glitch in there that's not quite correct? The NVC will then send the package back to USCIS and say, hey, you messed up here, fix it. Then you're going to get an RFE from USCIS saying, oh, I'm sorry, we need this evidence, we need that evidence. And then when you fix the problem, it goes back to the NVC. The NVC checks it over again and says, okay, this is good. They assign a case number. And if the embassy is not busy, they mail your K-1 visa package to the embassy. That's how it works. The National Visa Center, all they do is assign case numbers, invoice numbers, and do a double check and do the security check on your sponsor. Okay, that's what they do at the National Visa Center. They don't approve anything. They don't deny anything. Let me see. So Jay Baxter, you got the NOA 2 letter, and you're now just waiting on the NVC, right? That's all you're waiting on. It's the welcome letter. Ren S, it's best to make sure you ain't wearing no rings or any finger picks. You're right. Spot on, Ren. Jay Baxter, to do anything that you don't do anything until you get the welcome letter from the National Visa Center, Jay Baxter. Just hang in there. My girl is in Chiang Mai. My dad lives in Chiang Mai in Thailand, northern Thailand. It's cool there. It's up in the mountains. Also, to my knowledge, the medical exam is roughly 10,000 baht in Thailand, which is about $277. Okay, good information. Ren S, Accra does things on their own timeline. I've never heard anyone say Accra Ghana gave them an interview easily. This whole process is not easy, guys. The K-1 visa process is not easy. It's difficult, and it's difficult for a reason. The U.S. government make it difficult for a reason. They want to prevent visa fraud. That's why it's so hard. Let me see. But good information there, Jen. It's good information. Jay Hughes. Oh, okay, but it could be an engagement ring because I have pictures of me and my fiance wearing an engagement ring in our pictures. Did you write a letter? I took a picture of Karina's engagement ring on her finger, and I wrote a letter of explanation, and I got a copy of the receipt from the jewelry store and said, this is an engagement ring. I wrote a letter. Here is a copy. Here's a photo of Karina's engagement ring that I purchased at this jewelry store, who wrote on the receipt that this is an engagement ring. So when I put it in her K-1 visa package in April of 2022, immigration saw the picture of Karina's finger with the engagement ring. They saw the letter that I wrote that says this is an engagement ring, and they saw the receipt from the jewelry company that stated this is an engagement ring. Then we got a visa approved with no problem, because we explained what it was, and the jewelry store identified what the ring was. You can't beat that. And then in Colombia, in Bogota, Colombia, I was walking around the jewelry district, the Emerald District, with beautiful Karina, and I was looking in the jewelry window, and I saw these beautiful wedding rings. I said, "Wow, let's check it out." I said, "Karina, do you like these? Te gusta muy hermosa? It's bonito. It's hermoso. Karina, I like them." So I bought the wedding rings in Bogota, Colombia. We got married in Florida on the beach, January 14th, 2024. We got pictures of the wedding rings. There's mine right here, and inside there is Karina and my name engraved inside here by the company, the jewelry store in Bogota, Colombia, engraved my name and Karina's name in here. Karina also in hers. Okay. I put a copy of the receipt of the wedding rings in the green card application. I said, "This is the receipt for the wedding rings." And the jeweler in Bogota, Colombia wrote on the receipt, "wedding rings," in Spanish, but that's okay. So we had two receipts, one for the engagement ring and one for the wedding rings. They were both identified on the receipts, engagement rings, wedding rings, by the jewelry company. Boom. Here we are together in Florida waiting on a green card. Jay Hughes, when you had put pictures of your engagement ring in the pictures, did you write a letter of explanation that these are engagement rings? Did you include the receipt? I don't know. Ren S, don't show pics with rings unless you do as Diego did. Ren S, great. You got it right perfectly. I can't find any ideas, Diego, to write that my ring finger tattoo is my engagement ring. Yes, in my I-129, I mentioned it, but in new pics from second trip. Don't worry about it. If you mentioned it in the I-129F application, you're good. That's all they're going to look at. Okay? You have no receipt for the tattoo on your finger. That's a tattoo. So it's part of yours. Don't worry about it. I don't know of any tattoo studios that give a receipt. I mean, unless you ask for it. So you're good. Ren S, don't worry about it. Okay? Now, I'm going to switch from Mountain Dew to some water. Karina's keeping me water. Let's see here. Is a legal wedding ring? Well, Ren S, you haven't got married. If you were married, you would have filed a spousal visa, not a K-1 visa, right? You wrote an explanation in the K-1 visa application about the engagement ring, so you're good. Relax on the tattoo, okay? People get tattoos if they want to, but it's not going to affect your K-1 visa case because a tattoo has no legal. A tattoo has got no legal basis for a wedding. It has to be a physical object. You don't want the consular officer to reject due to the ring finger tattoo. No, a ring finger tattoo is not a legal wedding ring. It's a tattoo. It's irrelevant. If it was a real ring, it has to be a physical object that you can take on and off, put on and off. Okay, your friend got his K-1 visa denied because he had pictures of a wedding ring on it or an engagement ring without an explanation. Immigration don't want they can cancel your K-1 visa in a heartbeat. Crowned Queen. Hi, Crowned Queen, mi amor. I like that. I'm so glad you're on here. I just received my NOA2 in the mail today. What is the next step? Will the NVC contact my beneficiary? No, the NVC will not contact your beneficiary. They will send the sponsor a welcome letter, okay, to your email. You're going to get in the email address that you put in the I-129F form. This is how you can contact me. This is my cell number. This is my phone number. This is my email. The NVC will email you in 2 to 3 months the welcome letter, congratulating you, etc., on the approval of your NOA2. Your K-1 visa got approved. Now you're just waiting on the National Visa Center. You got your NOA2 letter in the mail today, which is what? Today's April 8th, 2024. So by June or July of 2024, you should get your National Visa Center welcome letter in an email. So what you're going to do now is you're going to just hang out and wait for the NVC. That's what you're going to do now. But maintain contact with your beneficiary. Keep printing the text messages. Keep printing the emails. Stay in touch. Now, if you look on the front, Crown Queen, if you look on the front of your NOA2 letter, it clearly states that your NOA2 letter will expire in what? 4 months. In 2 months from now, if you haven't heard from the National Visa Center, you send them an inquiry, and then that inquiry you print, that will extend your NOA2 letter automatically. Okay? And okay, Crown Queen, you understand, right? All you're going to do now is wait for the NVC welcome letter. That's all you're going to do. And it's an email coming to the sponsor. Priyanka, with our adjustment of status green card application, we also sent the NVC welcome letter. My husband got it after the I-129F approval. That's perfectly fine. You can do that, Priyanka. It's good. You have to include the NOA2 letter, though. When you apply for your green card, you must include the I-94, the Border Patrol form. You must include the NOA2 letter, the visa approval from USCIS, and all the other stuff that's required for a K1 for a green card application that I've made videos about. Estelle Lemagum. Hey, Queen, when did you receive your NOA1 letter? Yeah. So Crown Queen, how long between NOA1 and NOA2? How long did you wait, Crown Queen, from NOA1 to NOA2? What was the time frame? In months. Don't give us days. We don't care. How many months did it take? Let's see here. Ren S, I told them how Accra, Ghana Embassy is and doing a screenshot. Priyanka, yes, we did. NOA1 and NOA2, I-94. Very good. Priyanka, you're right on board. Jay Hughes, where are you at in Ghana? Crown Queen, 5 months and 2 weeks. Okay. So es rápido, sí, mi amor. So 5 meses y 2 semanas. So in 5 months and 2 weeks, NOA1 to NOA2. That's quick. That's quick. Ren S, I'm not in Ghana. No, you're in Texas. Ren S is in Texas. Priyanka, thank you, Diego. You're welcome. Ren S, Accra, Ghana is where he lives. So that's good. Bud Garcia, Crown Queen, you're welcome. Letter will not have welcome on it. It will have K1 FTP. That's correct. It's the K1 FTP email from the NVC. It's been given the nickname welcome letter. Jay Hughes, okay, great, no problem. So we've answered a lot of questions today on this live stream. We've helped a lot of people so far on getting through this K1 visa green card application. Crown Queen, okay, thank you for the information. No problem, Crown Queen. Well, you're going to just wait for the K1 FTP. It's the welcome letter. It's an email from the National Visa Center, K1 FTP. You must print at least 3 or 4 copies of that when you get it. Crown Queen, when you get that email, print 3 or 4 copies and send a copy to your beneficiary. What country is your beneficiary? Where is your beneficiary living? Email a copy to your beneficiary because your beneficiary will probably need that to schedule the medical exam. In Sierra Leone, okay, so in Sierra Leone on the west coast of Africa, right? Beautiful Sierra Leone. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Vinny Yao, whose wife came from Sierra Leone, or was it the Ivory Coast? I can't remember which country. Crown Queen, yes, I will email it to him. Crown Queen, you must email your beneficiary when you get the National Visa Center welcome letter, the K1 FTP. Email him your last 3 years tax returns, your W-2s, 1099s if you get 1099s, 6 months worth of pay stubs. A letter from your boss explaining where you work and how long you've been working there and how much money you make and all that. And also, you need to get an original I-134 signed and dated and sent to him for your financial. It's your direct declaration of financial support. You got to get all that stuff together when you get to the NVC welcome letter stage, when you get into that part of it, okay? Ranika Kendall, hi Diego and Karina, when doing the adjustment of status, do I need to file the I-131? If you want advanced travel, I believe that's what the I-131 is. If you want to do advanced parole, but if it's for the spousal visa, no. You only file that form on a, let me see, I got to remember. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you don't. Let me do a check here because I-131 isn't required, I don't believe, unless you're applying for advanced parole. I don't think that's what it is. USCIS form. Bear with me, guys. I want to make sure I give the correct answer to this question. And the I-131 is advanced parole. If you want to file your I-131 with the green card application, it's going to cost you an extra $660, I believe it is, but it's over $600 for an advanced parole document. Okay? You don't need to file the I-131 unless you plan on traveling before you get your green card. Are you planning on traveling somewhere before you get your green card? If you do, you include it with your green card application, but you got to pay for it. And the advanced parole document costs over $600. Crown Queen, okay, yes, I have that printed out. Go ahead and scan it and email it to your beneficiary in Sierra Leone. Get all that stuff to your beneficiary as much as you can, because your NOA 1 to NOA 2 was 5.5 months, so that's pretty quick. Ren S, I've never heard of J. Huge. I've only been to Accra, Ghana. Priyanka, for I-864, okay, package along with W-2 1040, bank statements, pay stubs. My husband also included his job offer letter. Immigration won't accept a job offer letter. They only want to see the current job. You know, I'm a real estate agent. My broker wrote a letter saying, I'm a real estate agent and I work for him now, today. He didn't write a letter saying that in 6 months from now, Diego's going to be working for me. Immigration won't accept the letter. They'll throw it away. It's irrelevant. They want to know right now, what is your sponsor? How much money does your sponsor make right now? That's what they care about, not job offers in the future. But it's not going to hurt your case if you included it. Jay Huge, my fiance is in Lancaster, California. Okay, very good. Jay Huge, Tima is a city in Accra. Oh, okay. Renika Kendall, no, I'm not traveling, so no need for that. No, Renika, don't waste the money. It's over $600. Just wait on your green card. You know, become an American. You know, why did they even create this advanced travel document? I have got no idea. To me, it's just a waste. To me, you come to America, you get married, you live in America. And then you wait till you become a citizen, then you go on vacation. You know, that's the way I look at it. Ren S, didn't know. I've only been twice to Ghana. Sophie, hoping that my partner will be with me in California by this summer. He's from Ethiopia. There's a good chance. This has been such a long-awaited journey. I will send an inquiry to the NVC tonight. It's been over 30 days. Good. And then when you send that, Sophie, when you send that inquiry to the NVC, your NOA 2 letter gets automatically extended. And you can kick back and relax and just wait for the NVC to send you the K1 FTP email. Let's see. Chris and ML. I did email the NVC embassy in the Philippines. Questions, concerns about the typed and signed financial support form sent to my fiance. That way it will be a turn in at the interview. That's good. And it automatically extends your NOA 2 letter. Greg Lamping. Hi, Diego. Just got a rejection notice in the email. USCIS says that there was a problem with the G1450. I looked at my copy of the paperwork and can see no issue with the credit card. The problem isn't with the credit card. The problem is with your bank. Your bank wouldn't accept the charge. Okay? Your bank said there were no denied transactions? Yeah, $1,225 is the fee that you had to pay prior to April 1st, 2024. Well, now you're going to have to, here's the rule. When you pay for a green card, when you apply for a K1 visa, always use a check from your checking, and so that USCIS can do an electronic transfer of funds from your bank to their bank via the check. Your bank, let me tell you something, if there was a denial, your bank blocked the transaction and then they unblocked it. But that's not going to help you, okay? You got a rejection notice in the mail because there was a problem with the credit card. You not just write a check and send it to USCIS overnight with a copy of the NOA2 letter in it so they can find your case. Just pay for it with a check. Don't ever use your credit card, guys, to pay for anything with immigration. Never use your credit card. Let me see. J. Huge. Same here, Rennes, but let's keep waiting and praying. It's going to happen. J. Huge, it's going to happen. Michael Bonsu received K1 FTP letter on March 12th, 2024. Case was sent to the Ghana consulate. Still haven't heard anything. So Michael Bonsu, Ren S, and Jay Hughes, they're all waiting on the embassy in Accra, Ghana to get their visa appointment scheduled. So that's a lot of folks, guys, from Ghana. And Ghana's slow right now. They're taking 5 to 6 months to get visa interviews scheduled. But in 2023, they approved 243 K1 visas. So they're doing that. They are processing visas, but it's slow. It's just slow, guys. And it sucks, I know, and I feel sorry for you. I don't like to see that because you guys just want to get reunited with your families and get your life started and everything else. But, it's the embassy in Ghana. They need to have a shake-up there. Jay Hughes, I think it takes 97 to 125 days, as Diego said. Yeah, 2 to 3 months, 3 to 4 months for the MVC K1 FTP letter. That's how long it takes. It's not quick. But Sophie got her NOA1 and NOA2 letter in 5.5 months. That's quick. That's the fastest I've seen. Maybe I should make a video about NOA1 to NOA2 processing times is like under 6 months now, because that will give everybody encouragement. And that's the whole purpose of this channel, is to help you get through this process without stressing out, without paying stupid money to immigration attorneys. So, but Greg, just write a check to USCIS, to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Spell it out, and you're going to have to pay the new visa fee now because it's April 8th, 2024, and the new visa fees went into effect on April 1st, 2024. Never use your credit card to pay for a green card. Does the $14.40 now include the biometric fee? Yes, it's all included. It's all included. The biometrics fee is included with the green card. You write one check for one green card application. Okay? So write a check, get it back to immigration so they can get your green card processing. And quit. Your credit card company blocked the transaction. Even though they said they didn't, they did. That is at least something positive. Get it done. Go write a check to the U.S. Department of Homeland Security for the amount that is now for April. It includes the biometrics. Get a copy of your NOA2 letter. Write a letter of explanation and apologize. Say you're sorry that my bank blocked the transaction on my credit card. Here's a check, and then you'll get the process moving forward. But go and do it overnight it tomorrow with UPS or FedEx or DHL. All right, get it done, get it there. So that way they don't block, they don't stamp all over your paperwork and send it back to you. Try to beat them before they do that. Otherwise you're just going to have to redo all the paperwork over. So I drank some water. Now I'm going to drink some Mountain Dew. This is good stuff, guys. Jay Hughes. All right, Rennes, please keep me posted. When you hear something new, I'll also do the same. Jay Baxter, I applied in the beginning of January, got the NOA1 January 17th. Let you know when I get my NOA2. Hopefully it's only 5 months for me too. So February, March, April, May, June or July, Jay Baxter. From the way things are going right now, you should be hearing from immigration by the middle of the summer. before August. Okay. So that's good. That's great. That's fast turnaround. Now, as soon as Karina gets her green card, which shouldn't be too long, we're going to go to Nevada for our honeymoon. We didn't go on a honeymoon yet, so I'm going to take her to Las Vegas, and then Nevada. I'm going to rent an SUV, drive around Nevada, go check out some ghost towns, and take her up to Area 51, see if we can see any UFOs, and go to Tonopah, and just have a great time. Let me see here. Jay Baxter, by the summer, you'll hear something. Crown Queen, will the email from the NVC K1FTP in the subject line? Yes, that's what it will say. Crown Queen, that's what you want to look for. K1FTP, that's what you're looking for. That's your welcome letter from the National Visa Center. Then after you get the welcome letter from the National Visa Center, then you're going to wait for the in-transit status in the SEAC. The in-transit status is when the NVC mail your K1 visa package to the embassy, and in your case, it's Sierra Leone, right? And then when Sierra Leone get it, they will send you an email with directions on how to pay for the visa fee, on how to schedule the visa interview, and the biometrics. The process is going to move pretty quick. Okay, once you get that K1FTP email from the National Visa Center, the process is going to move pretty quick. Ren S. Diego, when will my NOA2 get extended? It's already been extended. It's already been extended. You've been emailing the embassy in Ghana, right? You've been emailing the NVC. Print those emails. That shows proof of, and that automatically extends your NOA2 letter. Let me see. Crown Queen. So after the welcome letter is when do we get to do DS-160? You do. It's not a DA-160. It's a DS-160. It's a Department of State Form 160. And you do that when you get the email from the embassy with the ready status, or you get the packet 3, packet 4 email. It depends on how the embassy runs things in Sierra Leone. In Bogota, Colombia, they send you an email saying ready. Well, the status says ready in the SEAC. Then they send you an email telling you how to schedule the visa interview, pay the visa fee, the biometrics, and the medical. So Karina, when we got to that stage back in, was it October of 2023, Karina scheduled the medical exam herself. She went to the doctor's office in Bogota and scheduled the medical exam. I sent her the money. She paid for the medical exam. And then however it worked, right? Is that how it worked? I can't remember. Something like that. But you understand the process, Crown Queen. Now you're waiting for the NVC K1FTP letter. Then you wait for the in-transit. Then you wait for the ready status. Then you wait for an email from the embassy in Sierra Leone telling you to process the visa. They give you directions. This is how you pay the visa fee. This is how you schedule the visa interview. This is how you schedule the biometrics. So now it makes sense. Your mind is now cleared up, right? We dusted away all of the confusion. We got rid of all the cobwebs. Now you can see the picture, how it works. Right, Crown Queen, you got this, right? Bud Garcia, Crown Queen, it will show on the upper left-hand corner. Sergio Morlan, I have the visa interview next week. Sergio, ooh, I was wondering about practicing for the interview. Do you have some tips? Sergio, number 1, wear business casual clothes. Don't wear jeans and a t-shirt to your K1 visa interview. Not that you're going to. I know you're not going to, but don't. Wear your business casual, okay? Nice clothes. Know everything about your beneficiary and your sponsor. The sponsor and the beneficiary should know everything about each other. You know, Karina was given 11 or 12 questions at her K1 visa interview in Bogota, Colombia. 12 questions, I think. They asked her questions about, where do I work? Have I ever been to prison? Well, obviously, I've never been to prison because they already ran a police check. They had the FBI report on me already at the embassy. But they asked her that question. They asked her, do I have a brother? What's his name? Just know everything about your sponsor, and the sponsor needs to know everything about the beneficiary. Learn everything about each other. And then that way you won't have a problem at the visa interview. The tips are relaxed, dress business casual, and don't sweat it. And don't make up stories. If the immigration officer, if the consular officer asks you a question at your visa interview and you don't know the answer, say, I don't know. Don't make up something. Just say you don't know. Okay? Be honest. Honesty is the best policy. Carlos, I changed my last name with the social security number before submitting my adjustment of status. Bank accounts, credit cards, driver's license, and social security card have my married last name. Very good. Crown Queen, yes, I think it makes better sense now. Yeah. NOA 1, NOA 2, MVC welcome letter, K1 FTP. Okay. In transit, ready, embassy email. K is the packet 3, packet 4 email with the directions on how to schedule the visa interview, pay the visa fee, and the biometrics. Boom. That's it. That's the process. For a spousal visa, it's a lot more different. It's a lot more complicated. It's a lot more harder. Let me see. Sergio Morlan, thanks. I'm a bit nervous. Don't be nervous. Was the interview in English or Spanish? It was in Spanish. I heard they are asked at the beginning. Karina can't speak English. So they interviewed her in Spanish in Bogota. It's no big deal. In Dominican Republic, if you can't speak English, they'll ask you questions in Spanish. The consular officer in Bogota, Colombia, spoke English and Spanish. So they asked her questions in Spanish. Jay Baxter, so the business casual. That's right. I'll have to buy her clothes. Get on it. She only has jeans and shirts. No, don't do it. Don't wear jeans and t-shirts to a visa interview. What kind of business casual should she wear? Nice slacks and a nice top with a jacket. Okay, buy her a jacket, a nice top, and pants and slacks and nice shoes. Okay, don't go in jeans and t-shirt to a K1 visa interview. Don't do it. Don't do it. Send us some money. Jay Huge. Sure. Do I message the MVC to extend my NOA too? No. You send the MVC an inquiry and ask him what's the status on your case number. Where's your invoice number? That communication will then be automatically responded back. You get an automatic reply back. Print that email. That extends your NOA 2 letter. Communication. Dear NVC, I hope you're having a nice day. How's the weather in New Hampshire? Did you know the price of hamburgers is $20 for a Big Mac in Los Angeles, California? Isn't that crazy? Send an email to the NVC. Tell them about the price of hamburgers in California. That's communication with the NVC. Print the email. That extends your NOA 2 letter. But don't write about hamburgers in California. Write about immigration stuff, okay? Let me see here. Priyanka, also his letter includes how much he will make in benefits. But immigration don't care about how much he's going to make in the future. They don't care. They care about how much does he make right now. Okay? Immigration do not accept job proposal letters. They'll throw it away. They want to know how much does your husband make right now on April 8th, 2024. That's all they care about. Not what he's going to make in 6 months from now at a different job. They don't care. Jay Huge, what's MVC address? Let me try messaging them. It's mvcinquiry.gov. I believe it's the email address. mvcinquiry.gov. Google it. Google MVC inquiry, and they'll tell you what the email is. Okay? And send them an Google MVC inquiry. They'll give you the email, and then you can email them and send an inquiry to them. Where's my case number? Where's my invoice number? What's the status? Okay? That's how you do it. Okay, guys, I've been talking for an hour. Karina's making sure I didn't miss anybody. Chris and Emil, do we create travel docs online with screen name and password? You can do that. I already answered this one, Mimo. Yeah, Chris and Emil, go to US Travel Docs. You create the account with your case number. That's how you get in there. Okay, guys. Priyanka, my bad. Sorry for confusion. We sent his son the employment contract by my husband in HR. Okay, there's a big difference between an employment contract and a future letter of employment. An employment contract is right now. So he's good. Perfect. Priyanka, I'm going to give you a Mountain Dew salute because I'm trying to answer your question, and I'm trying to give you the right answer. I gave you the right answer. Immigration don't care how much money somebody's going to make in a year from now. They want to know how much you make right now. Sergio Milan, thank you for all your tips, Diego. Have the best time in Nevada. Yeah, we're going to fly out to Nevada. As soon as Karina gets her green card, I'll buy the plane tickets. And then we're going to head out there for a week. And we're going to drive around Nevada. You know, it's a big place. There's not many people in Nevada. And I like that. That means when I get on the interstate, I'm not going to be, in line for 2 hours trying to go from A to B, like in Los Angeles, where the traffic's horrendous. Priyanka, sorry for the confusion. No, you're good. Thank you for your valuable advice. Diego and Karina are the best. Priyanka, you get the last word. And we will see you guys again on Wednesday at 6 p.m. See you guys on Wednesday.